Hey there everybody, it's Velocity here from Project Velocity. Now today we're going to do the first episode of a series of Black Ops 2 commentaries. Now the topic of these videos could be anything at all, could be from the news, about myself, anything at all that I find of interest and feel like would be good to talk about. So today's topic is the gym, really, and working out in general. Challenging as well, sort of the stereotype that gamers are seen as, typically, although that's gradually changing, we're seen as, the nerdy guys with the glasses who never really enter a gym. And I've given sort of workout advice and more for beginners. So if you are a regular at the gym, you do know what you're doing, you've done a lot of weights and stuff, this isn't going to be helpful to you at all. This is going to be for those who maybe have done it for less than 6 months, never been to a gym, or quite young, 16, 17, who maybe need some advice and it might be quite useful. My first two tips are kind of connected, so I'm going to kind of say them at the same time. The first one is don't be intimidated. It doesn't matter if you're a 16-year-old skinny kid who hasn't done any weights, hasn't filled out yet. It doesn't matter. I mean, there are those 20-year-olds who are lifting a huge amount and they're cocky as hell and know exactly what they're doing, and they may look down on you, may judge you, but who cares? I mean, you're there to get stronger, you're there to progress, and I think anybody with a mind will admire that. I mean, I certainly see, if I see somebody in there who you can clearly see doesn't really know what they're doing or anything, but you can see they're trying. I admire that. I mean, a lot of people start there. Some people, to get to the gym, they're quite naturally strong, but I admire somebody who, is trying their best. The second one is don't let your pride get in the way. Now, I see this happen a lot from beginners to mediocre people, to even the highest people who actually are lifting quite a lot. They want to show off, they want to impress others, and they're lifting way too high a weight that they clearly can't do. One, you're gonna halt your progress by doing that. Two, it's not going to look good because it's going to be too heavy for you. You're going to be doing it, be bending your arch and your back in the wrong way, or whatever. People are going to notice that you're not doing it well, and it's not helping anybody. Nobody's really impressed by it. In my case, I didn't start going to the gym till I was 16 and a half. I'm now 21 and a half. I did do quite a lot of sports though beforehand, and even now. I did quite a lot of ice hockey and martial arts, which of course built up a lot of strength through non-weight exercises. But when I did go to the gym, even though I was quite experienced, with sports and stuff like that, I even remember now some of the types of forms I was doing through the weights was awful. I didn't really have any idea. It was the first time I'd been to the gym. Nobody had really told me what I was doing. And even now, I can remember a lot of it. I was making a lot of mistakes. Obviously, now a lot of these mistakes are corrected, and I know a lot more what I'm doing. But I even remember then I would ask a lot of people, what should I be doing here? What should I be doing there? And this is my tip here. Make sure you're asking people what you should be doing, and the right people as well. Don't go up to a friend who may be doing it for 5 months, because they're not going to give you the correct information, more than likely. If there's a personal trainer or instructor at your gym, make sure you're asking them the best thing to do. Often they'll give you a program, and that will be how you can progress the best way. I do this a lot now even. There's a personal trainer at the gym who I know quite well, who I will constantly ask because I know he knows more than me. And I'll ask him, how should I be doing this, how should I be doing that, and that's helped me a lot. A couple of quicker tips here. The first one being, don't just do isolated exercises. Now, by isolated exercises, I mean, when you go into the gym, there's a lot of machines, and they are for particular movements. So it might be chest press or whatever it is. But what they don't work is stability, muscle stability. And what you need to do more to do this, and I'm no expert on this, is a lot of more free weights. Free weights will give you stability. So when you're doing a dumbbell press, your muscles will get used to that stability of holding the weight in place. The second one is make sure you're getting a whole body workout, and make sure you're spreading out throughout the week. Often I will see people in the gym a lot over the week who I can see they're just doing the same thing every time. They're just doing dumbbell curls every time or whatever, just working out their biceps or whatever. What you want to be doing is, so for example, to give you an example, is I would work out maybe my shoulders and chest on Monday and then legs on Tuesday. And then that gives me time when I go back to chest and shoulders on maybe the Thursday. I've given them time to heal and done another muscle group in between. My next tip is on protein shakes. There doesn't seem to be really any right or wrong answer on whether you should take them. Some people say they do a lot, some people say they don't do anything. I haven't actually really taken them at all up until about 3 months ago, and I have found that it hasn't really benefited me at all. My muscle growth was pretty good in anyway. My workouts, I never really felt like I needed it. I would guess I would call myself what would be a non-responder. Not everybody responds to protein shakes. The most important thing is, though, if you are going to take them, is that they don't work for you. So when you take it, don't expect that the muscle's just going to grow and you can just sit around and do nothing. It's meant to enhance your exercise and help you work out at a harder rate. So you're going to get out of a protein shake what you put into it, in what you put into your workout. So that's my tip there, is if you do protein shakes, make sure you are working out regularly and hard. Don't just think that you can take it and just do nothing at all and it's going to work, because it's not. Okay, so that's just but a few tips. I mean, I could honestly just go on and on and on, and go into a lot more detail, but obviously there's a limited amount of time in these types of videos. If you find this helpful or useful, I could always like expand this into more parts. You know, obviously I want to go into other topics as well, but I could always do, you know, a part 2, part 3 of these workout type of advice and go into more detail and, you know, explain different things of what you could do. Obviously this is for the more beginner type of people, so hopefully you did find this useful. Let me know. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time.